everyone! Today we're going to be using the Kaleidos Makeup Sci-Fi Green palette. I am so excited about this. I had such a good time using the pink one. I also did an unboxing in that video, so if you want to see that, I will link it up in the corner for you. But this is what the green palette looks like. If you have not already seen like the first one, this is what the packaging is like. And I just think that this is so cool. I love the concept of these palettes so much. So I'm really excited to dig into these because I had such an easy time working with the first palette and it was such a joy to work with. The shadows were beautiful. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to swatch this and then we can get into doing the 2 looks and review on this afterwards. If you only want to hear my thoughts about the palette, I will leave a timestamp on the screen for you so you can just jump ahead if you don't want to see the looks. But let's get into the swatches now. So these palettes swatch absolutely beautifully, especially the shimmers. I cannot get over the shimmer formula in these palettes. I think they are so stunning. And also that black seemed very pigmented. Now I know the black that I used in the first palette was also really pigmented, but that one had a little bit of like glitter specks in it, whereas this one is just a fully matte black, which I love. So I'm definitely going to be using the black in this palette as well, because whenever I have a chance to play with a black eyeshadow, you better believe I will. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I did in the first video and do like one kind of softer look and then one more dramatic look, because that way we get to really see like how all of the shadows are going to perform, and I'll have a chance to try out all of them as well as to kind of show you like the diversity of one small little palette. So I'm first going to go ahead and prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Also, I should probably mention that I got my hair done yesterday and I am obsessed. Like, my hair lady did such a good job, so thank you, Kim, if you're watching. But look at the dimension in this hair. Like, I'm so obsessed. So let me know what you think. I feel like this is like one of my best hair colors so far, and I'm here for it. And I'm really happy to be wearing this during the summer because I feel like this is like so summery. I know it's not like the biggest change, but I've always wanted to have pink and orange hair, so I figured what better way to do it than to do it, you know, 2 in 1, so I can kind of wear both. So that's where we're at with the hair, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm not sure how well it's gonna go with this color scheme today, but we're just gonna make it work. Honestly, I don't care what my makeup looks like compared to my hair. I do try to stay away from using like the exact same colors that are in my hair on my eyes, because sometimes I feel like that's a bit much, but sometimes you just can't avoid it because I'm using a palette that has those colors in it. But I think green is going to look pretty good with this actually. So I think what I want to do for my first look is I want to do kind of a simple halo eye. So I'm first going to start off by taking this mustardy yellow shade in my crease. And I'm sorry if I'm not telling you the shade names, but it's because the slip that comes in here is loose, and also when you like flip it around, it's really hard to know which shadows it goes on top of. And I'm not about keeping a slip just to have the names in the palette. I honestly just don't really care. So I'm just going to be pointing at the shadows, and if that annoys you and you don't know the names, I'm sorry, you can go on their website and check it out yourself if you really want to know. So I will of course leave the website down below where you can pick up this palette, or if you just want to have, you know, a look at what else they have and some more information about this palette, now you know where to find it. So I'm just going to start by taking this mustard yellow and just put it all over my crease. So that applied beautifully, super easy to blend out, nice and pigmented. Next I'm going to dip into the green shade right here, and I'm going to use that to deepen up the inner and outer part of my lid. And I'm switching to my Morphe E36 brush because this is my favorite brush to do halo eye work with, because it's just the right size. And then I'm going to start just using small circular motions and bringing this into my crease a bit. I'm not going to be connecting this in the middle because I don't personally like that look on my eye shape, but I know a lot of people do, so if you like doing that with your halo eyes, go ahead and do that because that might actually look better for you. But I feel like on hooded eyes, it just looks a little bit better to leave it alone this way. I'm also going to go ahead and take that same green shadow underneath my eye, and once I pack this down, I'm going to blend this out with the mustardy yellow shade. And then for the halo part of the eye, I'm gonna go in with the green shimmer right here, and then in the inner corner I'm gonna pop the gold, but first I'm gonna start off taking the green, and I'm just gonna be popping that right in the middle of my lid. God, these shimmers are so beautiful. I'm gonna keep this pretty focused. I am also going to bring just a little bit of this like right into my crease here, so that when my eyes are open you can see a little bit of sparkle coming through. And then I'm just going to start working on blending this out on the edges. And this is my favorite brush to do this with, is the Morphe M421 brush. I think this is great. It's so small, it's also perfect for cut creases. And then to finish off, I'm going to dip into the gold shadow right here, and I'm going to pop a little bit of that just right in the inner corner of my eye. So just right here. Wow, that's pigmented. So I don't want to use a lot of this. I don't really like to have a blown out inner corner when I'm doing halo eyes, because I want most of the focus to be on my lid and not in my inner corner. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be all I want to do for shadows. I did want to keep it kind of soft and simple. I don't want to go in and deepen this up any further or blow it out even more, because I want it to be more of a wearable look. I don't even like the word wearable, but for a lot of people, not having something that's like super dramatic is what they are looking for. So this is going to be that for me anyway. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my eyes. In my waterline, I'm going to put Zodiac by Urban Decay. This is like an olive green, kind of dark olive green eyeliner. So I'm going to do that, put on some liner mascara, and I'll be right back. So here is the completed look. For lips, I decided to go with Tasty by Jeffree Star, because I feel like I haven't really had an opportunity to wear this lipstick, because it's kind of like a dirty, poopy green brown, and I'm like, that's perfect for this look. So that's what I decided to go with. Obviously could have easily just done a nude, but I kind of felt like doing a bold lip today. So I think we should just get straight into look number 2. I am so excited. I'm definitely going to be playing with the black, so hope you're ready, because I sure am. Again. Quiet. Alright, it's the next day for me, but for you it's been 2 seconds, but it is time to do the second look with this palette now, and I'm actually going to do something that I rarely do, because I've noticed that the transition shades that I put down using these palettes are a little bit tough to blend out, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just set my crease here, because I just want to see how these shadows perform, if they're going to be a little bit easier to blend out. And also because I am going to use the black today, I want to make sure that I don't have any problems with that one like I did with the black in the other palette. So I just want to lay down a little bit of a base here with a nude colored eyeshadow. And it's very unusual for me to come across formulas that perform better when you do set your primer, because usually I find that shadows just aren't as pigmented, but some formulas just need something underneath for them to be able to be blended out. I found that to be the case with some of the shadows in the Jeffree Star Elaine palette. So we're gonna see how it goes now when using these. So I think what I'm gonna do for today's look is I'm gonna definitely use the black, like I said. So I'm probably going to do like, not like a very complicated look, but kind of a basic look, but a dark basic look, if that makes sense. So I guess what I'll do first is I'm gonna go into, should I even use that mustard shade today since I used it in the first look? I think I'm just gonna go straight into the green right here. So I'm gonna take this shadow and I'm going to put that into my crease. So I'm not gonna be doing anything fancy here. I'm just going to lay the shadow down all over. And already it feels like the shadow is so much easier to blend out. Now the problem is it going to be buildable? Am I going to be able to get this to be as pigmented as I'd like for it to be? We're gonna find out. And the answer to that seems to be yes. So I will say that this green is a little bit hard to blend out, but it could also be because I am working with a pretty dark color as my first color. So it does definitely blend out. It just takes a little bit of time, but once you do, it looks beautiful. So I'm also going to take this down to my lower lash line here. First, just going to go ahead and pack this on all the way across. I'm going back in with that fluffy brush now, and I'm just going to really buff this out underneath my eye. Now I'm going to make this pretty blown out because this is going to be quite a dramatic eye look. So one of the complaints that I have about these palettes now is that there's always 2 shadows in the palette that look almost exactly the same. So like these 2 mattes are so similar, and I had the same problem with the 2 transition shades in the pink palette as well. They were just a little bit too similar. Like, I wish I had just done a little bit of a different variety of maybe transition shades or browns, or that they just could have done something a little bit different, because when you only have 6 shadows in the palette, you want them all to be very different to each other. You know what I mean? You don't want 2 shadows that are almost exactly the same. So what I'm going to do next is, I think I'm going to dip into the black now. I could also go in with that mustard. I kind of want to use that mustard, but I haven't really decided. So I'm first just going to go ahead and take that black. So this is a very matte black. It doesn't have any glitter or anything like that in it. And I feel like this is going to be extremely pigmented because the black in the other palette was very pigmented. So I'm just packing this on the outer corner here. And that is a beautiful black. Now we're just going to have to hope that it blends out. So now that I have it down in my outer corner, I'm going to start using small circular motions here and just bring it through my crease, using very light pressure. And I barely even touched that and it's already blended out. That is amazing. Wow, I cannot believe how easy that was. I'm also just going to take a little bit down here onto my lower lash line, just on the outer part. I am so impressed by that black. That was so easy to work with. That was almost too easy to work with. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take... Did I use both of the shimmers in yesterday's look? I feel like I only used one of them. Actually, I think I did use both, so we're good. So what should I do next? Do I want to just put a shimmer all over my lid? Is that what I want to do with this? I think that's just what I'm going to do. So I'm first going to dip into the kind of greeny shimmer right here. And I'm just going to put that, I think, all over my lid. I'm probably going to go in with that gold shade as well and just layer this a little bit on top of my inner corner. But I'm just going to, for now, put this down all over my lid. And I'm going to try to make this look a bit like a half cut crease. So I'm going to try to be a little more precise than I usually am, because this shadow is so pigmented that it's super easy to do that with. Okay, so this was so easy. I love the shimmer formula in these palettes so much. And just to get a bit of a better gradient out here in the outer corners, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this darker green that I used in the crease. And just kind of layer that in between the black and the kind of goldy green that I put down. And just for that last shadow, I'm gonna go into the gold, so this one right here, and I'm gonna put that in the first half of my lower lash line, as well as probably layer it slightly above that green shimmer. And this shimmer formula right here is honestly on par with Juvia's Place, and it takes a lot for me to say that, but I think I love these shimmers just as much, if not even almost more than Juvia's Place. I'm gonna say they're on par, you know? I'm gonna say they're about the same, because I don't want to ever have anyone take over Juvia's Place, because I love them so much. So it's gonna take more than 3 tiny little palettes for me to say that anything is better than Juvia's Place, but so far this shimmer formula is literally winning me over so hard, because it's just so beautiful. So I honestly think this is all I'm going to do with my eyes. And again, that was so easy. I've been filming for like 20 minutes and most of that time I was on my phone texting. So I think this is actually what I'm going to do for my eyes today. So I need to put something into my waterline. Should I do something that's maybe not green today? Is there any color that would look good with this? What about like orange? Could that be something to kind of go with my hair? I don't know how I feel about that. You know what, let's just go with the orange. So I'm gonna put this in my waterline. This is ColourPop's Unts, and then I'm gonna put on some liner mascara and I will be right back. Alright, so this is the completed look. I think this turned out so cool. So just a question, let me know how you feel about me putting on lipstick off camera. Usually I will come back and I will put on lipstick with you guys, but I feel like it's kind of boring to watch someone put on a lipstick, so I figured I would just do it off camera. So the ones that I decided to use today was my Makeup Forever Color Artist color pencil. This is in the shade orange, and this is supposed to be used as a multi-use kind of liner, so you can use this on your lips or on your eyes, which I think is great. And then on top of that, I used my Annette lipstick. This is in the shade F402, and it's just an orange, and I love this. I think this came out really fun. So as for my thoughts on this palette, I think that this is just so beautiful as well. I will say that the mattes in these palettes, not only this one, but the first one that I tried as well, is probably going to be easier to work with if you set your primer. And as you can tell in my eyes, it still worked out beautifully. It built up nicely. It blended out even better than, or even easier, I should say, than when I didn't set my primer. So maybe just something to keep in mind, that it could be a thing to play around with. I usually don't play around with doing that because I just prefer not to set my primer. But I have noticed that some brands just kind of perform better when you do set it. So yeah, I really like how this turned out, you guys. I'm so obsessed by these palette. This one and the pink one, so far they just have my heart, and I can see myself traveling with these because they are so small and compact. And it would be such a good like companion palette to something else that you want to bring. And the fact that they have blacks in them just makes my heart so happy because I love a good matte black. So that is going to sum up this video. I will get around to doing 2 looks and a review with the bronze palette as well, so keep your eyes out for that because that will probably be up in the next couple of days. I know I've been saying next couple of days in a lot of videos lately, and not everything has been up in the next couple of days, so sorry about that. But like I said, I have so many things right now that I'm still working on getting through, so but don't worry, I will get around to doing more looks with, or doing looks with the bronze palette as well, because I want to try out that red shimmer so bad. I need it on my eyes. So yeah, that's going to sum up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you are new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.